Hi there. Welcome into your September 2022 full moon astrology energy forecast, where I'm going to take a look at the astrology and give you an idea of what you might expect from the energies at this moment in time and how you can better ride the waves of this kind of crazy world that we find ourselves in. My name is Chrissy Whistler. I am an intuitive, an astrologer, and I'm also a healer. So if you're really needing support right now, if you're really getting tossed around by these waves, please reach out. I offer private readings as well as astrology birth chart readings, so you can get a better idea of what your soul is asking you to learn in this moment. And you're going to find all those details in the description, a link below to my website, chrissywhistler.com. And please like and subscribe, share this message so we can get this out there to more people and better support each other on this journey of transformation. Boy, are we in a time of transformation. Now, I usually do these astrology forecasts live, but I'm doing this ahead of time because I will be camping in Glacier National Park and in Yellowstone National Park with my kids and my mom. Sorry, I just saw a little hummingbird go by right there, and I always like to look and say hi. So that's why this one is being recorded for you and not live. Though I do hope you still find it very helpful and supportive. So, all right, let's get into this astrology and what you can be expecting. Okay, so Mercury is going to be very highlighted in September. It was highlighted at the end of August, okay, even around that full moon. So if you want some more understanding of what that Mercury might mean, go ahead and check out that previous video, because a lot of the energy that I was talking about there is still relevant at this full moon in Pisces that's taking place on September 9th. Which, by the way, will be at 17 degrees of Pisces. So if you want to see how that full moon is going to be affecting you personally, go look at your birth chart and see where 17 degrees of Pisces falls for you. You want to look at what house that's in, as well as if you have any planets aspecting it or conjunct. Like, it really gives you a great idea of what to expect. And again, if you need help with that and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you want to know, please reach out. Okay, so Mercury, again, very highlighted energy. We start this month off of September with Mercury opposite to Jupiter. And then that opposition is going to happen again mid-month. So this opposition is bringing this energy of extreme. This extreme has been aged, this tension, and now it needs to be brought into kind of a balance. So Mercury is currently in Libra, which is about balance, harmony, listening to the other, communicating in a way that others can hear you. Can they hear you? And are you even consciously aware if this other person you are in relationship with can hear you, or they cannot? So, and I'll keep explaining that a bit more too. And then we have Jupiter is currently retrograde in Aries. So this Jupiter energy, it's about universal laws, this higher bird's eye view. How have we not been in balance? Or have we not been in harmony with others? How may we have been limited or restricted in our freedom, in exploring our instincts, especially around the body, sexuality, desires? Okay, gender stigmas is really up. I'm sure you've noticed that is true in our world at this time. So this reflection becomes, is this restriction fair? Or is it infringing on our individual human rights. Justice is going to be a big theme of this full moon. Big theme. There can be a lot of introspection and this reflecting on these different themes that I've shared with you. Ideas, new ways of communicating with others, and listening to the other, as well as listening to the individual needs of others. So this energy is going to be very highlighted in relationships, especially around equality, justice, and returning to a state where we are both giving and we are receiving. Okay, that's that Libra energy. This time, this full moon, this early September, is about coming into balance with yourself and the other, with honoring the needs of yourself and still balancing the needs of the other, of remaining an individual and not getting lost into the group, where your values as who you are stays intact and doesn't morph into the values of what the group's values might be. Like, you can be separate even as you are in a group. So this energy can really be ushering in new ways of doing this, of communicating, of intellect and the mind around those issues. And this invitation to learn balance of these energies. And that's that whole Mars or Aries Libra polarity, especially around freedom, the body, sexuality, desires. What is arising for you at this time? What's coming up to be thrown off of your patterns, of where you might be restricted in your beliefs? So this energy, this moment truly is like a striking a tuning fork for your soul, and to get back on track if you've wandered off, or if, again, you've lost yourself and your values, your ideas to the groups, to the others, how you might have given away your power to the other. And Mercury and Libra can be about communicating in beautiful, elegant ways. And you might be learning how to do this at this time. You might be getting a new insight in how to communicate where you can be heard, and therefore your communication is received by the other. So it's this energy of listening. You might be communicating in a way that is that the other person, on hearing you, they immediately close off. So your words and your energy and your approach might just be an immediate turn off, and they're just like, nope, I'm not listening, I'm not engaging. They just shut down. Okay, and so it's this energy of, how can I show them that I'm actually really listening and I'm not thinking of the next retort to say or getting the next fact into my mind so I can throw that at them and really debate and nail them. You know what I mean, that kind of energy. This is instead like, can you listen? This doesn't mean you have to agree. Like, you can absolutely still have different values from this other person. And yet, can you still hold that space of listening, of being receptive, even if you don't agree? Can you sit there and ask with your genuine energy and interest, a place of calm, and say, I don't understand. Can you explain this to me? Why do you feel the way you do? Why do you believe this? I'm curious. I really want to understand you. And then, this is the tricky part. Can you listen? Listen with an open heart and an open mind. And I'm going to say, like, this is not going to be like a perfection. So don't think of it that way. Think of it more as a practice. Okay, you are learning a new way of how to listen and how to communicate with others. I know, it's not easy. I fully agree. And yet it's also worth it. It truly is. And then as we start to weave in this energy with opposing Jupiter in retrograde, right, in Aries, like, so what is the other feeling about the body, right? This sexuality and gender stigmas. Is there only one way that is right? One way that is being presented at this time? And if it's anything else, it's wrong, okay? Or are you allowing for differences? That there can be many truths around these issues, and that they each can be right for that person, depending on their individual values, tastes, instincts, drives of our own bodies. Like, it's this energy of, can't the drive of another person's bodies, the desires and the passion that are calling to them, can it not be true for them, even if it's not true for you? So this is a real reflection period, okay? How can we find balance within all these different aspects and having these different diversity of experiences? So be aware that you can be experiencing a growing tension around your own inner reflections on this issue at this time. So you might be asking of yourself, like, is this right? This thing that's happening, that is presented in our world, is this right? Is this true freedom? Is this in balance? So go outside of yourself and listen to the other. Hold space for their individual unique experiences and beliefs. Truly hear what they have to say. The reason I'm taking some time to go into this is because we're going to have a double hit of this energy. Mercury will be going retrograde, and then we're going to have the same opposition to Jupiter again on September 19th. So this first opposition pass is like this experience, okay? You're having this experience, and then as you have the retrograde hit, you might re-experience it. So what are you learning from this experience, okay? You're being given this chance to reflect, to review, and then when it comes forward again, because there'll be a third hit, how have you learned from this experience, and what has changed? This is our soul providing us this opportunity to learn, to grow, and to evolve. And this will be true not just for our personal lives, but also for the collective. I said Mercury is going to be highlighted. Keeps coming. So Mercury will be trine with Mars on September 3rd and the 4th. I spoke about this in the August new moon video, so you can check that out if you want to more deeper dive into these energies. So it's still, this energy between them is still operational. So just as review, this energizes the mind, this trine between those planets, initiates the mind, our intellect, our ways of communicating that might be expanding into new directions, to go explore and trailblaze new ways of how we are communicating with others. So very speedy in our thoughts, could be jumping from one idea to the next. If you haven't finished one project and you're on to the next, so that kind of jumping around energy. It can also be very speedy, hot, intense energy. Anger, frustration, like real sparking fire energy, okay? This is going to be happening at the personal level. You might be having this experience in your life, but then also in the collective and global. So be aware. You're not the only one feeling this, and we'll more than likely see it playing out on this larger scale. So be sure to keep your focus on what you desire, what is driving your curiosity, what you want to learn more about, okay? Mars and Gemini. Gemini loves to learn, okay? So just go do that. Pull back from that intensity and focus on your curiosity and your drive. So go and explore whatever is being initiated through your curiosity in your life. Be mindful as well that we can have our body really communicating to us at this time, or through our instincts, okay? So listen to your body, what your unconscious might be trying to tell you. And this energy, this Mars and Gemini, it's going to be with us for 8 months until March 23rd, 2023. Yeah, look at the numerology of those numbers right there, right? But that's a very unusual length of time for Mars. So, like, it's going to be with us for a minute. So while Gemini can be very scattered, jumping around, Mars is going to bring us into focus. So use that energy of Mars to help move you forward through this intense period that we're going through from fall into winter time. All the information that's going to be coming at us, again, I mentioned global. So don't get distracted and scattered with your thoughts and in your worries. Keep your focus. Keep from being scattered by doing what you love, what you enjoy, what your curiosity is driving you into. And I've also talked so much about the Saturn-Uranus square. Saturn being the old, Uranus being the new. So it's this old versus new, structure and control versus freedom, okay? This square energy, it's getting tighter now, okay? So we're probably gonna really be feeling it. This think of it like a spring, and as the pressure comes and comes and comes, like the more it comes together, it's gonna spring forward and just burst through that glass ceiling. That is the energy of this astrology, and we've been in this energy since 2021. So I mean, just think back to what was happening, So focus on you. Move forward in whatever your dreams are calling you to do. Do it differently. Be unique, experiment, try something new. Saturn is going to make us work for it, okay? But we will be supported in doing it differently, because it's like we're building for the long term. That's what Saturn is saying. Do the hard work. Be diligent, don't give up, be consistent, keep going. And Uranus is like, do it differently, okay? This divine discontent, these are all the areas it's not working. Let's break it down so we can rebuild anew and do it better. As I said, astrology is very supportive of this. We have the Sun in Virgo is going to be trine to that Uranus and Taurus. So this is very much creativity, self-expression, shining a light on these new procedures, processes, organizational systems, okay, this alchemy of this moment. We are burning down the bits to see what we have before us and how we can go and create this new future and this new earth. And then as we get to the Pisces full moon, the moon will be in Pisces while the sun is in Virgo. So look at your chart and see where that falls for you. And that's going to be at 17 degrees of Pisces. Now, Pisces is very much this mystical energy, okay? It's this connection to the all, connection to the source, flow energy, unconditional love. Pisces is boundarylessness, okay? Very hard to describe Pisces because it is the all. It's a very spiritual sign. And then we have Virgo, and Virgo is the boundaries. Virgo is this discernment. This is mine and this is yours. Whereas Pisces is like, I don't know if it's mine. I don't know if this is yours, because it's the bleed through of energy. So here we have the moon right now shining a light on Pisces. So look where that falls in your birth chart, what house, planet, or any aspects that's being formed at this time. And what do you need to see? What is being illuminated in your life? What culmination of experiences may you be experiencing at this time? We also have the moon conjunct Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So be mindful of illusions and delusions at this time, fantasy. Again, another aspect is we could be seeing this playing out on the global level with our media and social media. And can we be shining a light onto those areas now and asking, well, where do my beliefs actually lie? Can we start to see the difference between truth and illusion, truth from delusion? These retrograde energies are very reflective, very introverted, this inner inquisitive nature. Also very Uranian. They're more progressive and different, forward-thinking, revolutionary. So this can be a really highlighted time around this moon to really learn about this flow and this discernment. Where do you need boundaries in your life? And where do you need to just let the flow come and be what it is? So in general, like, I feel like this full moon in Pisces, it's really going to illuminate a lot for our understanding, even of the world and of the universe. And being conjunct that moon, Neptune conjunct the moon, like, it's like really, it could be very emotional in what comes forward and what is revealed. There could be even this deeper understanding of emotions. There can be this bleed through of emotions between us and others. It just feels very, very beautiful kind of energy. Almost hopeful, right? So it's like, yes, we're coming into this very intense period. This square between Saturn and Uranus is getting tighter. And yet it's like within the astrology, there is all these signs showing us and telling us, like, no, it's actually going to be okay, and it's going to be better than okay. And we just have to make that conscious choice to be open for it, to look for it. Are you open to seeing this expansion of mysticism, spirituality, understanding, even like, gosh, like that I am connected to you, like we are one. You are my reflection. I am your mirror. Like, I'm still me, I'm still Chrissy. You are still you, and yet at the same time, we are one. This connection with the all. So that could really be coming up for many at this time, and it almost feels like it could bring a lot of hope for those who are really getting swept into the drama, into the intensity, right? As the moon south node is going through Scorpio, it's like between that south node, between Pluto there and Capricorn, it's like we're digging deep into the muck, and we are shining a giant spotlight, a full moon of Pisces love into these areas. And then, of course, the choice becomes, what are we going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? And of course, that choice will be unique to each of us. So I'm really curious to see what will be coming up for each of you at this Pisces full moon. I would love to know. Please go and leave a comment like, has more, I don't know, like psychic abilities really come back online for you? Maybe even this feeling of like phantom limbs, phantom abilities and gifts returning to you that had been lost. Yeah, and like if you want to share, okay, is that an emotional experience for you? Having them come back online, come back within yourself. So I truly hope that you have a wonderful and amazing September full moon. Really go and dream big at this time. Don't let anyone put a box on you and your dreams. Right now, it is the time to expand, to be bold, to do it differently. And what's true is that your dreams actually can become a reality. So I would love to support you and help you on that journey. Please like and subscribe. Share this video if it resonates, if you find it helpful to navigate the September waters. And yeah, and then I will be back to do a new moon live in September on the astrology. So thank you all so much for watching, and take care.